test. And we are underway, folks. And I forgot to turn on... I knew I forgot something. Yeah, I've not got my tracking turned on. So YouTube Studio is now finally loading up. You know, it's funny how I did say starting 7:30, and here I am 8:25. I'm only now pressing the button that says gameplay. Hey everyone. So yeah, we are doing some more demos once again. So you may have noticed on my TikTok, Instagram, I've basically been posting demo reviews basically everywhere. And oh yeah, I forgot to unmute the game audio. It's still quiet. Like, I thought I'd diagnosed the issue. Not really. I mean, for streaming purposes, it's fine. It's just that I've now got a situation where the game audio is far quieter in my ears than the streaming audio. No. Yeah, it's a case Oh. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll solve the problem. Sorry, I was just like... also, I've got new headphones that's like... so I bought one of those fancy IEMs and got a bundle with a USB-C dongle, so I actually got the USB-C dongle connected to my computer rather than having the headphones directly connected to the motherboard. And it's good, but it's also really loud, which is interesting. But yeah, so as I was saying, demo reviews, that's a project that's going to be ongoing. And here is a demo that I stumbled upon while browsing the demos page. Schrott, a vehicle roguelike. Oh sure, let's give it a go. So I guess we'll start with 0 items, so we're stuck with defaults. Let's drive. See how things work out. Well, yeah, giant rocket. I presume you're not supposed to crash into this. Yeah. Okay, that just gives me what I presume is currency. Don't drive into rocks, don't drive into buildings. Don't need repairs, so... Ooh. Okay. Well, now we do need repairs since we crashed twice. That doesn't appear to have done anything. I've already got maximum oil, so. And that's 1/4 of the first level. Then we got pushed. Good. Yeah, that's a bit spicy, so I'm going to knock the game volume down a bit. You know, there might have been a point in the game being quiet by default. Okay. And we didn't get anything that we can actually use. Cool. Mods. Okay. Try that again. Yeah, sure. Okay. Don't drive into that. Or into moving obstacles too. Now I don't have any use for oil at the moment, so bolts it is. Ooh, near miss. Grab an item since we don't have any at the moment. The ability to jump actually would be useful. And it costs 15 oil, which I'll quickly recover, so. Stage 2, more fans. That was too high. Oh, so you can't land on the buildings then. Okay. Good to know, good to know. One random looted rig part when failing a run, but you lose 10% of your XP. Let's try that again. How many awkward situations whereby I probably should just turn the music up on the dome. Options, audio, music. There. So once again, just doing the basic course, avoiding the yellow obstacles. And once again, this is an obvious choice because I've still got full health, so. And saying that, I'm expecting to crash twice in quick succession again. Yep. Nearly bowled it. Totally did bowl it. Once again, no need for oil, so. Get currency instead. I presume that's currency. Not quite. That was an error. Loot. No effect. And that was the wrong decision. Still haven't worked out how to save parts. I'm going to get the mod to play it safe. One random looted rig part when failing a run. So maybe I'll be able to get the upgrades this time. Alright. So the yellow warning strike stuff damages you when you hit it. And obviously the canyon walls hurt you and the spiked stuff. I'll take a jump. Once again, going for scrap, which I presume is the currency. It only seems to be the HP equivalent. XP, I meant. Ooh, nice dodge. Yeah, no way through. Probably should have jumped actually. Yeah. Grab some loot. Yeah, that's not what I expected, but the bears, please. Okay. Ah, so you can save your loot by stopping here. Right, that's actually important. In that case, we'll bail and keep the loot that we didn't get. Damn. That's on me. That's me being dumb. Sure, why not? I don't know what the wrench is actually shop, not repairs. That's on me. I have a dodge chance of actually something I'm probably going to wind up needing. Yeah, that was me being completely incompetent. So I got the rubber jack wheels, which gives me +1 health and +1 armor, and same amount juice. Let's see what the difference feels like. Oh, I mean, an extra hit point is pretty important when you're starting with tree. Let's go for skills. Jump is always going to be useful. Ah, that's a bit rough. We've got boost power. And we are lagging pretty hard. Woof. My frame rate has died. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened here. Yeah. I don't know why my frame just died a death there. Obstacles are slower, but will turn off. Play it safe. Since now we know how to save parts by going to the shop. And my frame rate is still terrible. What the hell? Yeah, I'm gonna have to abandon ship on this one. Let me do a couple things quickly. Yeah, sorry about this, but I'm gonna have to investigate this, and that means fiddling around with my setup to turn on the Steam. The Steam manager, FPS counter. To see whether it's just really the game or if it's just me being dumb. It's entirely possible, really. Oh yeah, it would be in the in-game. Show performance monitor top left. Alright. Let's try that again. Apologies for this. Now you can see in the top left clearly what the problem's going to be, if there's any. So, I expected restarting the game would solve it if it's a memory leak, but... yeah, back the way we were. Squashed. Even with the slow obstacles, are totally mucked up. Yeah. Into stage 2 now. Somehow didn't explode after that. Carry on twisting. Bold. Actually would be useful. Clearing the way. Easy street. Seems like things are taking a while to generate as we finally enter stage 3. Nice dodge. Yeah, I probably should have thrown a boulder at that. Sure, why not? I'm I'm conscious that we're down to our last hit point, so I'm probably going to be a bit more liberal with the boulder shots. And yeah. Time to make our way to the shop to inspect our goods. So we can buy a part for 400. We are going to do. And we can actually install it while we're here. And we can refill our health and grab a jump. So I can actually probably go on actually. Loot more. Yeah. Ooh. Rough. Well, so much for our health then. I already got one of those, so whatever, don't really care. Now transitioning into the second zone. I wasn't sure how to get past that without taking damage or throwing the boulder. Now I get boosting as well. Ooh, not quite. And we lost both of our parts. Bummer. Well, we seem to have reached max level for the demo. Stunt mods increases XP by 20%. And yeah, as I said, max level for the demo is level 5, so we'll have one more run, I'd say. Now we've got 5 health and tree armor and 120 max juice. Back here at the start again. This time I managed to make that particularly tight turn. Alright, so grab some loot. Not sure how I managed to dodge all that, but I did. Plus 60% skill efficiency sounds significant. I presume that reduces the amount of oil or juice or whatever that skills use. Yeah. Got that wrong. Actually, we'll go ahead and install that now. And give it a test drive. Crazy carrot would be a buff, but I don't have the coins. Back to the road. Sure. Ow. Well, I don't need the oil, but I don't have coins for the shop either, so whatever. I don't completely embarrass myself. Again. Ah, yeah, you still take damage if you land on top of those. I grab as much coinage as I can. Ooh. Because I'm gonna need some health. Oh no. Bummer. Yeah, I am going to keep the overlay on. Since, yeah, that was a weird bug that I still don't fully understand why that happened, but yeah, that is, Schrott. So, going to stick on some music while I ready up the next demo. And also update my game titles, stream titles, should I say. Yeah, let's go with Gunstoppable. So give me a moment to update my stream titles. Sorry about that. Okay, so I should now have stream titles updated, so we're ready to go. That's loud. Yeah, I'm gonna have to knock the game audio down on OBS. Back to where the background music is. Gunstoppable. It's another roguelike, but one of the FPS variety this time. As I unmute the game, and I hope I don't have to left click it, pause the gun in the menu too. I was starting to think I was rotten there. Thanks for getting me out. Time to return the favour. Fair enough. Where to next? Variable HQs in Space Tower. You'll need to find a chip to get in there. Reaper mode is right noon, essentially. Oh, again the ship. When did this sea turn to ruin? You don't remember? Here's what I'll never forget. Machines murdered my family. Under fire, brace for crash now. Okay, I need you. I'm fine. They'll keep hunting me forever, won't they? We've got heavy bolts with fall off, but you get health on hit. You get spinning boomerang fruit and increased attack speed. And you get slice and parry with additional crit damage. Sword for a second weapon. Left click is left hand weapon, right click is right hand weapon. Understood. No reload animations, weird. Oh yeah, I was reaping mode. Award. Slow time while shooting. Always fully hit or critically hit with full armor. Increased attack speed and moving. Oh right. We got space pistol and katana. And alright. Hang on. I'm gonna try something because basically my mouse is free to wander into my other monitor, and that's not ideal. So there's no capture the mouse mode, is there? Well, I do need more health. Damn it. Rockets. Didn't say anything about lightning damage. Sure, why not? Damn it. Oops. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, collecting cores is probably important. That would explain why the ability to permanently secure upgrades requires cores, which I never got, so... Again, looking for some kind of... Yeah, that was what I was fearing, because I've got an interesting setup. And yeah, the mouse... If I scroll to the right, my mouse wanders over to my OBS screen, so if I inadvertently sent a chat message, that's probably why. But yeah. So apologies for this low quality gameplay. And semi-frequent rotations to my left. As I said, yeah. I can rotate left all I want, but a little bit of right and I'm manipulating my OBS. So. Alright, let's sort of... Now you can grind rails. That'd be useful for like getting up close. Personal for katana fun. Mouse seems to be attracted to OBS for whatever reason. There we go. Chamber shop. Haven't worked out how to combine items yet. Oh, you're big. I don't think we've got the double jump yet. Yep. Surrounded by flying enemies. I can't help. Run away. Sure, spinning boomerang for it. Why not? That's a lot more goons than I haven't dealt with. Ooh, boss. Ow, ow. Run away, run away. Not now. Ugh. There's the exit. Well, it's an improvement. Sure. Play again. Alright. Didn't all die. Alright. So, one more run, I'd say. You can beat this arena. Katana. Actually, pretty damn good. 100% fire pistol. Explode enemies on kill. Okay. Yeah. All right. That's back area that I completely ignored. Lifesteal sucks. There's a lot of firepower. Okay, go. Spam. Get on board. Get looting. Interesting dip there. Slice and parry. More buffs to my sword. Eat. And I am on the wrong screen again. Okay. Ah, good grief. So, yeah, this is... I'll be honest, my problems are entirely my weird setup and not the game's fault, but, yeah. Gonna have to try that again offline, I think. Yeah, that was Gunstoppable. Played extremely poorly. Yeah. Yeah, it's like even screwed with my scene transitions and everything. Like, pretty bad. What's next? I saw a game called Unserious Sandbox, which is a parkour game. Which grabbed my attention, so let me get that set up. Probably go controller with this one. Like it's not a controller game, it's a mouse and keyboard game. Alright. Alright, so here we are. Which will push now style colourful, light, dark. Okay. Alright, so Unserious Sandbox. Okay, so this is very proof of concept. Nice jump. I haven't worked out how to climb yet. It's Q. Alright. Okay. There's probably a correct button. Yeah, it's Q. Let's try that again. As it's gone real dark, so let's go colourful, light. So just like that. Alright. Not supposed to, I don't think you're supposed to like air jump like that. Let's try that again. Nope. Shift to roll. Okay. Nope. This one's a bit more of a platforming challenge. I presume there's a way to use the Q jump. So yeah, this is interesting. This is obviously extremely proof of concept. Like, I can understand why I don't believe this was submitted as a Next Fest demo, and yeah, it's very much a grey block, grey texture. Prototype character model. Here is the proof of concept. I cannot understand that one, so. Now, I think I've found UI. And I fell off. But yeah, Unserious Sandbox, everyone. Yeah, that is kind of very, very proof of concept, but I like it. There's definitely potential here. And you get cheat. Now you get maps. We've got time, day, rain effects. It's like, as I said, it's a proof of concept. Drop back into the desktop, play some more background music while I pick out another game. So there's this game I've seen there's a complete this is going to be a complete change of direction, complete swerve. But Modulus, which is a automation game. Yeah, had the game audio on. Demo Grabbag. Alright, so complete change of direction here. Welcome to Modulus. Created by the Colony, you are an advanced AI designed for one purpose: total manufacturing efficiency. The directive is clear: build a vast factory and maintain a steady supply of robots to serve the colony below. But when a transmission from deep space reaches you, it resonates not with code, but with something more. The grand neural network is calling out to you. To connect with the GNN and uncover the truth behind its voice, you must establish the neural link. Construct massive structures of unprecedented scale, the neural monuments. Only by completing them all will you unlock your true potential. So, tutorial time. I suppose I might just double check. Yeah, nobody else is streaming this game. So, stick to the games and demos category. Alright, WASD to move camera. Click and drag right mouse button to rotate and zoom with the scroll wheel. Your factory machines are called operators. They can be found on the bottom toolbar. Number 4, place down some miners to extract some polyrock. R to rotate. The furnace melts polyrock into cubes, the starting point of all the modules you'll be making. Transporter belts are used to move items Okay, so using the newly unlocked cutter to cut the cube into 2 halves. Big cut size. Two halves. It's been plenty of convenience. We want 24 walls like that. Okay. So I'm gonna take 2 modules and condense it into 1. And we need 2 lines for the assembler, so that's in the splitter. Here is the brick that we're looking for. Okay, and now we need a building, a basic core factory. We need to add crane. Building requires second module, which is the same again, but upright this time. So we can split what we have and get another cutter in. Different rotations results in different outputs. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Now hook up a crane to deliver the second module. Add a crane. Really, buildings produce resources. To collect those resources, place down a harvester pad. The second building. Yeah, with this one. Harvester pad, assign a drone to this building here. So I'm gonna have to wait until we get this all gathered. So we'll take a break and make sure that my stream hasn't gone. Yeah, everything seems to be in order. Apologies for the scuff during Gunstoppable, by the way. I probably do need to invest in like improving my behind the scenes tech. It's gonna be a bit until this. Actually, there's another thought. Can we reassign the crane? No such luck. Yeah, I still need to place output conveyors on the... Anyway. Basic bot assembly is next. Now that we're going to create new modules, it's a good idea to start a production line. There's a lot of unlimited resources in the map that we can use to increase our production. So we need one of these, and so what I'm probably going to do once this is finished, it's actually using them to produce the items, the cores. Okay, right, so start with from the top. Use a conveyor belt to collect. Actually, probably be best to do 2 parallel lines. No. Okay, so we need a pair of furnaces. Grab that mine on the back there that we missed. You go one more unit. I guess our blocks. Now we'll need a pair of cutting stations. So I need one block thick, 4 blocks tall. Yeah, that's right. We get that conveyor belt. Now, assemble it and yeah, grab a splitter. That looks right to me. Alright, so next. I think we need to do 2 cutters actually. I guess 2 modular 4 blocks each, and then we use a splitter. To assemble them. Like so. And then monotoner. Change the color. And we should be ready to go now. Now, split the output. That's not what we wanted. Okay, that's it. We are underway in that building. Oops. Add a crane. Crane successfully added. Need a larger number of cores to produce bots. The copy tool helps you quickly copy large parts of your factory. If you have a larger supply, you can add more cranes to speed up production. Like I'm doing now. So that's 4. Don't know what this does. Cores. Okay. That was the pad. The cores are going to be needed by the building to create bots, but production can only start if the building is completed. Buildings under construction always need a large number of modules delivered. The production cycle only needs a fraction of those modules. The basic bot simply produces basic bots. Collect them with a new harvester pad and deposit them in a delivery dock. So, yeah. Harvester pad. Delivered. Deliver cores to the basic bot assembly using cranes. Ah, right. This doesn't need... Well, it does need module, but also needs cores. Okay. So that means... add crane. 1, 2, 3, 4. Congratulations on delivering your first bots and passing initial calibration. The colony expects many bots to be delivered, so it's important to sustain many buildings at once to keep up with rising demands. Now have access to the counter operator. It will help you keep track of your factory's efficiency. You also now have the scrapper, which pairs well with the counter to give a continuous flow and track the exact efficiency. Now you can upgrade buildings. Upgrading will temporarily stop production, but afterwards the building will output much more with the same input. Be sure to check the building info pop-up for more information about the effect. Do not forget to upgrade your buildings unit Nova Former 404. It's very powerful. So upgrade to triple production. Present you a new building design, the basic refinery. This building will produce blue pigment, which we will later need to create blue modules. Blue. Alright. The blue refinery needs multicolors. Blue modules are probably next on the agenda, so we got 3 different demands. We got this wall, this sandwich, and far more intricate sandwich. Okay, that's going to be a bit chewier. So I think we'll start with the brick. 1 by 8 by 8. So I'll grab from the north here. I'll grab a bunch of ore. drag them out over here. So don't interrupt future production. Okay, start with the furnace. Okay, so we're actually going to go ahead and immediately monotone the top line. No, right. So we're going to start by getting a cutter in and slices them into 1 module thick units. And then we basically need to divide this into 3, really. Okay, so let's think about this. So this line we are going to split and immediately feed into an assembler. Okay, so we're gonna need to do that again. So we might wind up having to split this line 4 ways, actually, for maximum efficiency. Output. And essentially do the same thing again. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. I'm going to take these 2 and make the first thing. Alright, this is already turned into a completely glorious mess. Next. Okay. Do the old splitter immediately into assembler job. This time we want them like so. And that's that configured. And the third one we need... might actually have to invest in the cutter. Yeah, see. So we're gonna have to cut these. Now I'm gonna get 2 pieces. Then we'll do the splitter into assembler routine. Take those 2 pieces and jam them like so. And we're going to need 2 lines of those, so get the splitters out. Right then. Now that's part A, now let's look at part B. Looks like we can do... it might actually be more efficient to assemble them into... nah, cut first. Very much case, we need... alright, we need to cut twice then. So, cut in half. And then cut in half again. I'll get you 2x4. And then basically split the output. And into an assembler we go. This will just jam these 2 together. Yeah, I want. No, we actually kind of just. There's absolutely no need to do the split then. Configure. And then split the output. Half we'd split again into logs. Ow, fucked up. Need to split this, cut this in half lengthwise. Alright, now that's ready. This needs more assembly. That's ready. What am I doing? Now this is ready, so time for actual assembly. So here is our two. Okay, let me think. This goes over here. That should be the right module. Alright. Next, the Oreo sandwich. Be these two plus this, so. Assembly station 1. Now I can immediately go into assembly station 2 alongside clean up after ourselves. Okay, and so that'd be the 3 modules we need completed. There's A, and there's B, and there's C. Right. Now, giant mess we've made. The blue pigment refine. The crane. Okay, so that's 1 down. Here's number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tunnel. And rotate the camera around so we can see what we're doing. Gonna go on for 1 more. And now it will. Yeah, we've got all we need except for like. the counter. Yeah, this whole malarkey isn't particularly efficient, as it turns out. Let's grab... That's not what we wanted. We wanted the miner. I probably should have done, actually. Parallel lines. Except we need also a furnace. Right. Now the furnace is there. Okay. And more stuff. Suddenly the furnace has become the limiting factor. That's basically what I feared. Alright. Time to think again. Tunnel, as far as we go. Inputted there. Again, tunnel. As far as we go. Into there. And have that immediately join in. Three more. That should speed things up. Great job on building the basic refinery. This building needs blue hexacrystals for the production of blue pigment. Okay, and harvest some blue hexacrystals with miners and feed them into the basic refinery so it can start its production. Great paint. Use a dye mixer to combine pigment and oil. Look for an oil pocket on the map and extract with an oil rig. Once you have created some paint, you can use it in the painter operator to paint modules in a new color. Alright, you got that? And now we need to mine some blue. And that'll probably be these crystals over here. Now, there's some over here too. While we organise that, let's do a cheeky upgrade. And upgrade these other buildings as well, because we don't need them at the moment. Yeah, we need drones for output. That delivery docked, and that's associated with cores, so the play may be to do it. Also, I probably should look for oil while we're at it. There's some oil. So the play would be to use the delivery drone to move the dyes to this area. That is halves the pod. You got the drones. And that oil. Now we need to make a painter. Well, firstly we need to make paint. Blue paint. Oops. Yeah, our refinery back. And we are putting blue paint. Now we need the stamper, which stamps out. Ah, okay. This can stamp out a cuboid selection of voxels from the module. Outputs both results in 2 conveyor lines. Okay. It's a droid core facility and deliver all modules. No, building. Droid core facility small. So we need bricks. Oh, look at that. So that's 4. So like 1, 3, 5 different types of bricks. Whew. Okay. So we are probably going to need more blue paint, honestly. Meanwhile, how you doing on the upgrade? Looks like it's maxed out. Yeah, after all my efforts. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to redirect. Deliberately block that. Yeah, that should speed things up. Alright, so while we think about that, time for us to invest in a mine. Oops. Yeah, that corrected. Alright, so we need to cut this. And we need to cut this again. So we got squares. And then we will split this and get an assembler. Assemble our pieces. Then split this and paint that. And ourselves block number 1. Alright. Block number 2. Also can... might be able to get away with taking this. So a lot more things to mine. Get the furnace out. Get the cutters on. Put it down half. And we'll do the splitter assembler routine. Four tree 8. We are 4. And then take the output and cut it again. That gets you. Probably could have done that a bit more efficiently. Yeah. Two squares, then split, then assemble. Then configure. Then we will need our own paint line. I think this is going to be the second. So, loop. Our friends will loop back. I guess blocks. Since we're here, probably would want to go right. No. That's convenient, actually. We can practically stick the furnace right beside the mines. And do no splitter, I want a cutter first. Do the same routine as before, cut to one layer. And then cut the output in half. Then we get ourselves a splitter and an assembler. And take it 2 pieces and get that. Now we make our final assembler for this particular module. Is that right? 4, 1. Looks right to me. There's module 2 sorted. Right then, module 3. We are going to need basically parallel lines again. So And the difference will be we'll paint this line black and leave the other line alone. But right, firstly we need to do the double cut to make things one layer. Wrong. Actually, we don't need the second cut because it's already 4 wide. Then I can immediately output. We'll do the assembler routine again. And combine the two. Alright, so there's our bricks. Now we get the stamper. Where is it? Number 8. I don't know which way, so we'll do... So we'll do the top row first. That's not what we wanted. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Oh. There we go. And that immediately goes into garbage. You can care less about it. So we flip the thing on the bottom. Oops. Oh, we need to stamp it twice. Right. Oh, good to know. Oops. There we go. That will get us our H shape. And now we can assemble it. And out we go. Alright, time to finally sit down and build the thing. Well, I kind of placed that horribly. Demolish this and reposition it a bit closer. Alright. So A, B, and C. So we'll go this direction for C. this direction for A. And have a loop back. Okay. And yeah, it looks like we are getting the blocks that I want. Understandably, the limiting factor appears to be the paint. Right, we are officially out of paint. How's upgrades going? Oh yeah. Shit, we never reassembled this line. My bad. Yeah, now restart the paint line. Yeah, once again, we kind of wound up waiting for one item in particular. Mm-hmm. Realize the game's been very quiet. I haven't really noticed. Oh help. Yeah, sorry about the quiet game. Apologies. We're actually at a stage now where the drone is a limiting factor here. I wonder if we can actually add a second harvester pad. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. I wanted drone assignment. Nope. Okay. We need 2 droid cores. For the droid assembly. And while we're waiting, we get the production underway. Final challenge for this demo, more likely. So we've got this 3-piece suite. A 4th piece. And the 5th piece. Lots of blue required. Do we need to go get extra crystals for yeah, that's the things, like I've kind of already covered this entire area with my efforts in getting paint. Yeah. So now we're gonna have to fight in this relatively cramped space. Well, my funeral. So I think the play here would be start with mining. Actually, no, probably. Can we split this line off, actually? Essentially making all we really need. And yeah, this line's also basically what we need. We'll split this off. Grab a tunnel. Have a loop round. Grab a tunnel here. Have a loop round. We're gonna, to keep things equal, I'm actually going to get a cutter. So we've got two of the equal pieces, so we've got essentially two of the same line. Okay, right. We need two production line of blue stuff. And the blue squares, we need to use them twice. So. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might actually have been. Yeah, we kind of do need second line of this. Well, to be more precise, we kind of do need more of this particular module. So if we instead focus our attention here. That's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted at all. There's the mono toner. So, grab our cutters. And do the assembler. Okay. I think I see where the limiting factor is, because I then take two of those and assemble them. So what we're going to do instead is grab more resources. New furnace line. New monotone. And then take that and make a cutter. Put that into a tunnel. We can then take a splitter and attach it to an assembler. Then we've got two parallel lines which we can then assemble again. That's no good. That's better. Now I take them and stack them on top of each other. Damn. Two tunnels then. Alright, that should resolve our logjam of paint. That's as much as we're realistically gonna get, so. were we? Ah, yeah. Actually, kind of need to split this off. And immediately feed it into a stamper. Actually, kind of do need to feed into cutter first. Then we stamp. There we go. And this can be fed into a bin. Actually, we kind of do need it. Can I just make an assembler with like one input? Server says no. So I guess we're gonna have to... Yeah, splitter. Yeah, an assembler. No space. No space whatsoever. This needed to be cut in half, but what we're thinking to work. We've got our two parts. Unfortunate misclick there. Basically, I have to immediately go into a tunnel. Splitter. Assembler. Alright, we'll need to take this and split it again, really. Alright, are we ready? Yeah. Done. That's module 1 done and module 2 done. Now we've got this monstrosity. I think we've got this line here, so we can actually make use of other resources. Alright. Furnace. Mining. Mining, furnace. Monotoner. Take the output and cut it into one layer. And split it. And assemble it into a single layer panel, like so. Okay. There's genuinely no space here. Cutter. Single layer. Splitter. Assembler. Okay. We are going to need you to go away. You just split into 2 lines, of which one goes into the assembly here. Make that end. And then the other where it's attached like so. And the other pieces, which were made over here, I'm going to get them over there. suspect the answer is going to be a lot of tunnels. And we're out the other side. One final assembler. Get the final piece in place. And that looks right to me. Done. Okay. Now that we've got all of the modules assembled, time to gather them. Yeah. We're gonna get a clear run. Close enough. We'll accept a short tunnel. Alright, so that's one done. That's a misclick. Two done. Yeah, we need get cores ready. So here we are. The harvester drones. You service that. Now we'll take this. There was that, and then we'll preemptively get the harvester drone ready. And then we can, presumably the plan is delivery dock. Right? As expected, the most complicated item winds up being what's holding up production. Everyone acts surprised. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's probably going to be the end of the demo here, folks. So, yeah, Modulus. And it's an automation game. As you can see, I can do them. I'm just not very good at making it particularly optimized because look at this unholy mess. Whoa. But yeah, I imagine the prompt after this would be to get more blue droids delivered. So hence the harvester pod into delivery dock. And the limiting factor is the blue squares. And part of that is that I cannibalized it against one of our existing lines. I wonder if we can do something quick and nasty. So it's the squares that we need, so first get a cutter. Yeah, we'll have to reconfigure them. No room here. Probably have to move out over here, so step back. And then get a cutter. Two squares. Then take a stamper. And there we go, squares. Now we need. Alright. Now we have to work out how to bring it to this line here. Tunnel. Basically, you need wind up here, so I have to also take a second tunnel. And then a third tunnel. How do we wind up here, really? There we go. You reach the end of the demo content. If you feel up for the challenge, you can continue playing. We've issued new objectives to put your factory skills to the test. Hope you have fun with this sneak peek of Modulus. a much bigger map, elaborate tech tree, much more building and module designs, and monuments, the end game. So the challenge is 1,200 basic bots and 480 droids. We can do that, but it'll take us forever, so. So yeah, on that note, I think we're going to call it for tonight's stream, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Let me mute the game and unmute. Actually, let's go for something a bit more chilled for the outro. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll be honest, I haven't planned any more. Didn't realize that wasn't an instrumental. Try that. But yeah, as I was saying, no streams planned for the rest of the week. I might crash a collab tomorrow, but I might not. Haven't decided yet. It's a case if it's streamed, and I'm not sure it's going to be streamed, then yeah, it'll be. I'll let you know who's streaming. But yeah. Next stream will be next week, likely Monday, since yeah, Monday seems reasonable. And I will do schedules and whatnot before then, and basically let you all know what the plan is, because I might switch back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I might stick with Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I haven't really decided yet, to be honest with you. So yeah, I've got nothing much to add really, other than like quick reviews of the games I've played. Schrott kind of needs more content, but kind of need more content for the starting area if you wanted me to like stick with it. Gunstoppable, I'll have to play again offline, since I was having technical issues with my dual screen setup, so see if I can fix that. Unserious Sandbox is a proof of concept. It's the most proof of concept that they've ever proved to concepted, and yet it's one of those cases where I kind of see the idea, I kind of see I can kind of see the vision. And finally, Modulus is the most complete package of the four, and yeah, that is quite some intensive factory automation action that I'm evidently not very good at least in terms of like making fine optimized designs. Okay, well, I've got nothing much to add, so let's see. Anyone I fancy raiding into? Honestly, not really, to be honest with you, so I'll call it there. As I said, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Laters.